I might as well also see if I could start the game up in the background. All right, there we go. What's up, my dudes? My dudettes, my dudenaries. Welcome to the Hunterline stream. Tonight we're gonna be playing Hunterline. Not sure for how far we're gonna get tonight. Um, it depends on when I gotta leave. I don't know how long the stream's gonna be. If it ends up being less than 3 hours, then I'll do a makeup stream either on Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'll update you guys on that. But right now I am just planning on streaming to tonight right now. See how long I can go. I'm gonna see if I can get at least 3 hours in. But if I don't do 3 hours, if I don't get to 3 hours, then I'll do a makeup stream either on Tuesday or Wednesday. How was my day today? Oh yeah, speaking of today, make sure you tell your fathers Happy Father's Day if you got fathers, or your dads, or like, a father figure. Tell them Happy Father's Day. Surprisingly, I don't know. I don't want to say terrible, but it's like meh so far. Like, it's okay. Like, it's not good, it's not bad. It's just, I wouldn't even say exhausting. I mean, it's not really your guys' business, chat, but like, I mean, my dad and I just kind of got into a little argument, but whatever. It's not that major. Anyways, not tomorrow. Next week's stream schedule real quick. I'm gonna tell you guys about. If I can get my calendar up, I guess not. I'll probably let you guys know about this as well. This upcoming week at 3 p.m. Pacific time, I want to say, yeah, this Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific time, we're going to be finishing Zenless Zone Zero's chapter that we didn't get to finish. Then, of course, this upcoming Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, we'll be finishing Chapter 2's Deadly Life of Danganronpa. Of Danganronpa 2, and then the next Sunday will be more Hunterline. Once again, if we don't get at least 3 hours tonight, then I'll probably do a makeup stream either on Tuesday or Wednesday, and it'll be more Hunterline. I also wanted to mention this real quick. So after we do the Zenless Zone Zero stream, finishing off that story, in July, my original plan was to make Antebellum Lockdown 2 or 3 streams. But I might either have to lower it to 2, or I might have to do something else, because, or I might have to move it to, like, instead of a Friday slot, to, like, either a Wednesday or Tuesday slot. This is because, I don't want to go too much in detail of it right now. But like, kind of got told that like one of my aunts got cancer, and of course I'm going to be visiting them that weekend. So like, I may not stream like that weekend, specifically not like next week, or it's like in the week of like July 16th to 20th. Like those days I'm going to be gone. Not sure why we're taking 5 days, but I mean, yeah, I'm just giving you guys a heads up on that. Just ahead of time. Once again, sorry for like, I don't want to say, it's not necessarily emotional, but more kind of a heavier start to stream. I swear that's not, I'm gonna try not to be, I'm gonna try to not like let it drag the rest of the stream down. What else was I gonna say? Right, before we hop into the game itself as well, just wanted to mention that still trying to hit that 500 subscriber goal. We're at 386 subscribers right now. Once we hit 500 subscribers, I'm gonna host a stream event This is for YouTube, by the way. Not like this is for like YouTube, by the way. This is a YouTube goal, not a Twitch goal. We already hit our Twitch goal. So for YouTube, once we hit 500 subscribers, I'm planning on hosting a community event / stream event / Q&A where we all either play Among Us, Carnage, or Goose Goose Duck together. That will be a poll, and then of course we'll be using voice chat for that via the Discord, which is in the description down below and on my channel page. Just wanted to mention that real quick. Once again, sorry if I seem like a little low energy today, because like once again, kind of got hit with like something heavy like an hour before stream. Once again, I'm gonna try not to like, you know, expand on that one too much, but like yeah, I'll probably do like a follow-up post or something on that if you guys are curious about like, you know, what things are like on my end. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, I was gonna do this post-stream since we have the extra minute. There we go. Sorry, I was trying to reconnect my controller here. Since we got the extra minute here, let's check out gallery real quick. I want to take a screenshot again for like our next. Oop, no. How do I? Oh boy. No. Why is it that one? Okay. There we go. I want to take a screenshot of this one. Can I hide it again? How do I hide? There we go. Hide controls. Take a screenshot of this one for next thumbnail stream. Just wanted to do that real quick. As you guys can see, if you guys haven't noticed yet, I am running a different thumbnail. Now that we're in essentially endgame, essentially in like the last 10 endings of the game we need to get, I'm gonna do a unique thumbnail every time using like the CGs of this game until we finish the game. Think of it as like a final countdown and like a final goodbye kind of thing for this. Day 13. God, it just hit me how like earlier on we are in the story now. Give it up for day 13. Good morning, Takumi. Oh yeah, I forgot.
I'm starting to get tired of it.
Forgot where we left off. Just jumping right into it.
Yes, and I carried you all the way back. I'd say that makes us even for the whole accidental strangling incident.
Sure.
It's fine. I can see why you did it now.
Doesn't that mean Takumi was still technically infected with the Gi agenda? Does that mean he was still infected by it, even like in this version, in this variant of it? Well, not anymore. They cured them, but still.
From that hunt mystery timeline.
I sat up and got out of bed. I remembered about the other timelines I've experienced. You said that already. Back on day 2, yeah, but I remember more of them now. What do you remember exactly? Well, I hesitated. These weren't memories I particularly wanted to dredge up again. It wasn't the mystery hunt. Oh, it wasn't the hunt mystery this time, was it? You remember the serial killer timeline, didn't you? Okay, that one. The serial killer timeline. It didn't take the genius to figure out which one she meant, yeah? Don't worry about it, IDK. I don't even know how long this stream's gonna be. If it ends up being less than 3 hours, I wanted this stream to be at least 3 hours long. I always try to go for 3 to 4 hours long. If not, shorter streams could be like an hour, 2 hours long with the reaction streams. Because it is Father's Day, and I'm supposed to be going out to dinner with, like, you know, my family. If it ends up being shorter than that, then I'll probably do a makeup stream for, like, the rest of the time. Like, either on a Tuesday or Wednesday. Except the killer wasn't Yugamu. It was me. In that timeline, I killed Ava. Then Moko. And Takamaru. And Kurara. Okay, I get it. And Shoma. Alright, I get it. I get it. I know. I was there, Takumi. And Darumi. Tetra reference? And Ima and Kako. All of them. We could have said this earlier. Everyone. All of my friends. Okay, I get it. And in the end, So in the end, even Nozomi. I started shivering uncontrollably. I felt off balance, like I might collapse any minute. Honestly, not gonna lie though, the idea of like, you know, being, once again, being a passenger in your own body from that timeline, especially at the end there, like, I feel like the idea is just horrifying. It's just inherently horrifying. Like, technically, sure, it was Takumi being the serial killer, but it was more so like the Gi agenda that was within him. I will run this bit into the ground. Are you alright? No, I'm all left. I wasn't alright, not even a little. But I put my hand on my chest and forced myself to take some deep breaths.
Oh.
You are probably repressing those memories until now as a self-defense mechanism. You seal them away in the corner of your mind without even being aware of it. That is how trauma works, yeah?
Ugh.
That's why I likened your mind to a steel shell before. But I guess you really are as fragile as a salmon roll after all. I wasn't paying attention to what Hiroko was saying. The only thing I can hear clearly was my own raging heartbeat. That might sound like an empty platitude, but I assure you, I say it as someone with 40 years worth of experience. Don't beat yourself up over this. It's not your fault. It really is not. You aren't the same person who did those horrible things. We really, even that version of me technically is not. The one who killed Gaku on day 5 was the Hunt Mystery Takumi. I mean, once again, yeah, technically true, but like also the Gi agenda was in his mind, so that technically, he didn't do it of his own free will. Likewise, the Takumi in the serial killer timeline was someone completely different from who you are now. Yeah? And even with those other versions of you, it was really the Gi data in their brains that made them act that way. Yeah, thank you, Hiroko. Me and Hiroko, in sync. They weren't in control of themselves. You don't have to bear the responsibility for their crimes. My breathing finally started to slow down. I wiped away the cold sweat that formed on my forehead. What is this Gi data anyway? And how did it get into my brain? I didn't know either. Until last night when you told me about the zombie outbreak. In that zombie timeline, you were infected on day 100. The Alpha 1 Gi Queen laid an egg inside you. Yeah? Oh, okay. Sorry, okay. Sorry, I'm just doing the math in my head. I'm just trying to understand this. Alright, so there's a difference between the spawners and the actual, I guess, parasites themselves, for the sake of simplicity. Which characters do I get uncomfortable interacting with in this game? Kinda Gaku, but like he's chill like half the time. All the time, Ima. I think Ima's the one I get most uncomfortable with. Pretty much everyone else I can manage. Yes, that includes Kurara, even with her unhinged comments. Yes, I can handle Kurara. It's really just Ima, in all honesty. I think everyone else I can handle pretty much fine. It's like all stuff I'm already used to from these writers. That egg then hatched into another queen, which burrowed its way into your brain and fused with you on a cellular level. Okay, but after that, the final attack began and... well, the data was already in your brain. Okay, I don't need to see this, alright. Your consciousness didn't just disappear at the end of that timeline. It was brought back to the start of the loop on day 2, along with all of your memories. Our memories persist across timelines, so they must exist in our brains as some kind of cognitive data. And in this case, the data included the presence of the Gi agenda. The parasite itself didn't travel back in time with you, but it had merged with you so completely that it was already part of your consciousness when he came back. Okay, I get the idea. Alright. But isn't that going to be a problem? Doesn't that mean my brain still has that data in it? Even now? No, Hiroko already said she had, like, the cure for it, and you'll refute you. Don't worry about it. It won't take you over... oh, God. It won't take you over again. The version of you that's here now has already been treated. Treated? Under the table? Yeah, we're gonna be doing that one every time someone repeats a line. This is a timeline from after you successfully had the gi data removed. There are timelines like that? Trust me, a lot can happen over the course of 146 loops. I meant to tell you that yesterday, but Omega, the you in the Hunt Mystery Timeline, has been treated now too. Okay, but Omega, the you... Okay, Omega, alright. Alpha, Beta, okay, we call that Takumi Omega. Alpha and the Omega, alright. Huh? You remember I said I walked in on Omega killing Gaku in the first floor classroom? Before he could escape again, I ran up to him and injected him with an anesthetic and I got from the infirmary. Okay. Okay? No, I'm keeping up, chat. Don't worry. I am keeping up. I'm just trying to understand this. Let me take it one step at a time, please. Okay. Where is it? What? Oh, wait. It's before. Duh. So it's somewhere here, right? So it should be this side, yeah? Yeah, okay, it is. All right. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, okay, now I remember. Okay, we removed the gi data here. Okay, so... I guess technically it must have happened sometime... Like, loop-wise, I'm trying to understand, because if we are here, and... Because if the Omega had the gi data removed on day, what was it, 4 or whatever? Whenever we showed up, alright? Whenever Gaku died. Alright, I don't remember what specific day Gaku died. Just somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. Yeah, like here. Day 6. If that's what happened, then wouldn't it have removed all of this? Or is it trying to explain it in a way where it's like, okay, there's bonus timelines now where this doesn't happen. Like, this was pre-Omega getting memories erased. But that doesn't make any sense because we traveled parallel to, like, before, technically before the time when Gaku was murdered. Like, I'm trying to understand how this works here. Like, I was gonna say, maybe it was like Mystery Route still happens, but then we loop back, and then after Mystery Route, that's when the Killing Game route happens. When Takumi was cured already. That's what I'm trying to understand. Do I get uncomfortable talking to Yugamo and Kiyoshika since they are kind of another Gaku and Ima? Surprisingly, no. Surprisingly, no, because, like, at least unlike Ima, unlike Ima, Yugamo and Kiyoshika have moments where they can be, like, more serious, or, like, have, like, actual roots where they're separate. Well, like, you know, they're, like, their pervertedness, either with their sword or whatever, or their pervertedness with torture or whatever, can get, like, sidelined a little bit. And they could be actual people for, like, 5 minutes. And I feel like they have enough good traits to them, especially Kiyoshika, who's, like, heavily self-sacrificing for the group, that it balances out. That it kind of balances out so that it makes them more palatable. A little bit of honey for the bitter tea that is, like, Yugamo and Kiyoshika. Gaku barely has that. Like, not enough honey, in my opinion. Like, I feel like in the box of... Was it blessings or curses? Whatever. One of those two routes. Like, it was kind of fun interacting with him, like, as a bro kind of character. But also kind of, like, interacting with him as, like, you know... when he's, like, being more chill and being more, like, real and genuine and not, like, perving on the girls or whatever. Like, he's actually kind of a cool person. And he helps with, like, you know, he does help the group, like, you know, with parties. It was also his music that was used during, like, the Hatsune Miku hypnotism boss, whatever. When in those timelines when it's used. So, like, he genuinely helps the group. Ima, I struggle to comprehend him helping the group at all, and it's just bitter pill after bitter pill. Also, welcome Nico, welcome to the stream. C++ broke your PC. I feel that. Kurara has the worst. She has too many toxic traits for any new player to like her character. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but there are at least some good traits here. I can at least, even though it's outweighed, like it's heavily out, like Gaku, the negatives are heavily outweighed by the positives. I feel like her bond with like Nozomi, especially in second scenario, is what heavily carries her before she dies off. Before he could escape again, I ran up to him and injected him with an anesthetic I got from the infirmary. A few seconds later, he was out cold. I hoisted him onto my back and carried him upstairs. Back in the infirmary, I put him in one of the recovery drones and got to work. Okay, so that's what we saw. I still had the repair program Sirei gave me. I installed it into the Revive-O-Matic and used it to erase the GI data from Omega. You saw me doing that, didn't you? Oh, right, I did. You asked me who was in the machine before. Well, it was you. The Hunt Mystery version of you.
Oh.
At any rate, the treatment was a success. Was it, though? Was it really? Okay, maybe there's like another... Okay, once again, like, technically speaking, what we see here... Maybe? I could be wrong. I could be misremembering, but what we see in the Murder Mystery route, or Hunt Mystery route, is what happened the first time before we parallel leaped, but that doesn't really make any sense. Like, okay, is there like, does it forge more branches that we're not seeing, where there's a Takumi infected with the GI agenda, and there are variants of it we're just not seeing? And the version of it that we are seeing is the one where he's infected with the GI agenda. Is that it? I don't understand how this works. Because obviously in the mystery route, it must have not been successful because he... Was it murder mystery? No, I think it's murder mystery. No, it's still mystery. It's serial killer route. In the serial killer route... I think I confused myself. Okay, no. Mystery Hunt route is the new version. My bad. Okay, I was just misinterpreting everything. Okay, Mystery Hunt is the version of him where he's not infected with the GI agenda anymore, right? That's separate from the serial killer route. All right, got it. So it is entirely a separate version from the serial killer route. Where is that? The slasher route. Yeah, there we go. It's different from up here. It is indeed different from up here, I think. Right? No, wait. Yes, it is completely different and separate. And it was just... Okay, and it was just Takumi killing Gaku. Alright, I think I understand now. When it's the next loop, then we cure Takumi. Alright? And then we go into Killing Game route and Mystery route, which is, once again, separate from the Slasher route. Okay, got it. Sorry, I just had to take it step by step here in order to understand what's going on. My bad, I got a little twisted there. Forgive me for, getting a little twisted between the routes when we're starting to, jump between them, alright? The GI data was completely removed from Omega's brain. The Takumis in both the Hunt and Mystery timelines from that branch off from there will be fine too. Okay, thank you. I love how I spent a solid minute or two explaining that, trying to explain my thought process, trying to hear myself out loud, trying to make sure if anyone in chat is confused like I am, trying to understand this. I like that. I like how I just said that, wasted a full minute on that, and then Hiroko just said it, and it just explained everything. All right, cool. Joshua says, some writers said that some things from certain routes won't be taken into account when they made them. Alright, fair enough. You won't have to worry about them hurting or killing anyone now. Well, and nothing of value was lost because Gaku technically was killed still. That's good. But what did you do with that me after you finished treating him? I took him back to his room and put him in bed. Not unlike what I did with you last night. Then I went back to the infirmary and slapped you around until you came to. I'm assuming you remember that. Yeah, I also remember you saying I couldn't save him. Now you've told me all this. I can see you meant Gaku, and nothing of value was lost. Hiroko's expression clouded over. She gave a little nod, her brows knitted together in sorrow and frustration. You like Gaku? Hey, come on, don't be like that. This is all my fault anyway. I was the one who killed that version of Gaku, and everyone else in the serial killer timeline too. How many times are you gonna make me repeat myself? Don't make me repeat myself. That wasn't your fault. It was nice of Hiroko to say that, but it didn't do any good. I still felt like I was caught in a dark, sludgy whirlpool that was dragging me down, threatening to swallow me whole. What am I gonna do with you? Remember your promise. Don't let the truth destroy you. I had a feeling you'd react like this. That's why I was keeping it from you. I just knew you'd end up feeling like you were responsible for the whole thing. I wanted these thoughts to go away. I wanted it all to stop. It took everything I had to croak out my next words. I'm sorry, but I'd like to be alone for a while. Hiroko sighed again, shaking her head in bewilderment, but she left all the same. And she left. A cold silence fell over the room. I could have sworn I heard a heavy rumbling gurgling up from somewhere deep beneath the ground. It sounded like the agonized groans of everyone who died because of me. It's really not our fault. Takumi, it's not our fault, really? Really is not our fault here. We were literally possessed. Like, we had no control over it. It was out of our hands. I drooped to the floor, covered my ears, and closed my eyes. Don't get me wrong, this is realistic. I don't think this is bad writing. This is a realistic reaction. Day 14! Give it up for day 14! Good morning, Takumi. My head was completely empty. When is it not? I didn't want to do anything, or think about anything, or even breathe, really. I just sat there in the corner of my room. I hugged my knees and curled up tight, wishing I could disappear while time continued to flow around me. I could hear voices outside, my friends chatting and laughing. The sound cut into me like a knife. In another timeline, I've been the one to steal that laughter from them. Forever. I mean, not really you, once again. At some point, my room started to get dark. The sun must be going down outside. Darkness seemed to trickle in until it filled the space completely. Lying there, in the same position for so long, I'd lost all sensation, all awareness of my body. It didn't even feel like my body anymore. It was like my soul had come loose and I was staring down at my physical form from above. My visitor came in a little while after that. Hi, Hiroko. Yep. Are you going to be our partner in this timeline? I'm assuming we are. This is going to be the Hiroko route. How long are you going to stay like this?
Oh.
Everyone's worried about you. They think you're sick. When I told them you were anyway. I couldn't exactly tell them you were feeling guilty about things another version of you did in an alternate reality. What do you want, Hiroko? I'm not here because I want to be. The others just sent me to ask you something. Ask me what? Tomorrow's day 15. That means there's another attack coming. They wanted to know if you'll be joining the battle. Or are you going to abandon them? Are you going to betray them? Do you just not care if they all get killed? They've already been killed. I killed them myself. All of them, one after another. All of them dead because of me. So I just can't. I can't do this anymore. I don't care. Just let whatever happens happen. I really can't do anything. Hiroko continued to stare at me, but there was a different look in her eyes now. There was no pity, there was no pity there, only contempt. When she spoke, her voice sounded hoarse, like she'd been holding back some strong emotion. I'm disappointed in you. Did what you told me on day 10 mean nothing? You told me we could make the future we deserve together. What happened to all of us reaching day 100 with a smile? Hearing that is what convinced me to tell you everything. I feel like this timeline could be different. It was the first time in 146 loops anyone's ever said anything like that to me. I really thought there was something special about this timeline. About you. I thought you might be the one to finally break us out of this never-ending hell.
Oh.
And now you're giving up? Just like that? How could you? She clenched her fist. The look in her eyes had changed again. Now she was glaring at me with pure, undisguised animosity.
Huh?
You weakling. You sniveling coward. You think you could to give up and mope around for the rest of your life? What do you think? Who do you think you are? Osamu Oh god. Who do you think you are? Osamu Dazai? No, you're worse than that. You're like a mech pilot going crazy from being synced with its navigation system. Or a poser emo? Okay. Or a poser emo band fangirl bandaging her wrist just to fit in.
Oh.
The you that killed everyone was a completely different person in a different timeline. And he wasn't even in control when he did it. Get a hold of yourself already. Literally me and Hiroko, man, in sync. Once again. That was a reference? Yeah, that was, like, very obscure.
Oh.
Don't you realize how much danger you're putting everyone in by wallowing like this? If anything is going to get them killed, it's your own negativity and self-loathing. You're sure as hell not going to protect anyone the way you are now. If you're going to allow others to protect you while doing nothing in return, you might as well be signing their death warrants yourself. You're going to get everyone killed, and you're doing it of your own free will this time. That's a complete betrayal of everything you believe in. What happened to all of us reaching day 100 with a smile? We're starting to talk in a circle a bit here, Hiroko. What happened to creating a future where we can all be happy? I've tried everything I could think of, and nothing's worked. I can't do this alone. Oh, that's why it keeps running in a circle. Because it's a loop. It's a loop. It's a time loop. I need your help. You, Takemi Samino. You're the only one who could save us. For a moment, neither of us said anything. Hiroko's shoulders were shaking, and she was breathing heavily. Her quick, shallow panting was the only thing to break the silence. But eventually, even that sound became quieter. I guess that's it. I can't count on you for anything. Not in this loop, or the next, or the one after that. Never again. Hiroko turned and left the room. While she was talking, something had started to well up inside me. Now, a wild, raging energy was surging through me. I couldn't let it end like this. I didn't know what I was going to do, but this feeling inside me was getting stronger, and it had to go somewhere. Before I knew what I was doing, I got to my feet and rushed out of the door. Hiroko, wait! Claire the Loon plays? Oh boy, how many times is Claire the Loon gonna play? How many times is it gonna play in this route? I have a strong feeling that this is probably the route where it's gonna be played the most, isn't it? She turned around. She looked so sad, so tired, but I looked at her dead in the eye and let everything I was feeling come pouring out. I did mean what I said back then, and I still feel the same. I want to create a future where we can all be happy. Not just for day 100, but day 101, day 102, and all the days after. Right now, I want that more than ever. These memories, this knowledge of the other timelines, they show me just how important that is. So I'll fight. Not just against the invaders, or my own weakness, but an enemy even greater than that too. I'll fight the cruel destiny that's been pushed onto us. Sorry, you don't know why I'm laughing. This just feels like Super Natsuki's, like dealing with his like not different time loops. I don't know. I think another type of story I like outside of Death Game, obviously, like Deadly Games, is like time loop stories. I think that's something else that I really, really like. I guess if I'm looking in terms of tropes and not just in terms of like theming and all that. A light breeze blew across the roof, ruffling Hiroko's hair. She tucked the stray lock behind her ear and spoke, looking just a little more hopeful than before. Hope? What are our chances of pulling that off? Isn't it obvious? I have absolutely no idea.
Huh.
What? The future's an open book. That's how it's always been. And I want to create a totally new future. There's no telling what might happen. But even so, I'll still fight. I'll fight with everything I have. I'll fight to protect you and the others, and to create a future where no one has to die. You and I are getting out of this loop.
Let's reach out and grab our future. I won't let it stay out of reach anymore.
I raised my arm and extended it toward the satellite. Hiroko did the same. So do you know about the second scenario timeline, or is that out of, like, out of the question? Like, technically speaking, is that part of the loop? It was still hundreds of thousands of miles away, solemnly shimmering in the night, but somehow...
Just reach out and grab it, huh?
Joshua says, during all of these 100-line streams, you never turned off the game music so you don't have to hear... You never turn off the game music so you don't have to hear Claire Loon. I'm not gonna turn off the game music. That's clearly... The OST, the OST, unless it's copyrighted, I'll never mute the OST. Otherwise, OST is, very important to, like, to scenes as well, like this. They set the mood of a scene.
Yeah.
Both of us? Together?
Together.
That's right.
You really think we can do it?
I don't know. But I'll do anything to make it happen.
Anything?
Yeah.
You did say anything.
Anything. Anything. Anything. Anything.
Did.
Ruko let her hand drop to her side.
Oh.
Second scenario is not part of the loop that was confirmed via social media. Okay, I see. Alright. In that case, starting tomorrow, you're going to be my servant. What? You said you'd do anything. Naturally, that includes being my slave, doesn't it? Oh, hold on. That's not exactly what I meant. I'll be counting on you to get me out of this loop. Yeah, of course. But the servant thing is... Silence. I'm tired and I'm going to bed. I need to rest up for the battle tomorrow. Oh, well, faced with blushes?
Oh.
Well, good night. Maybe I should get a collar for you. She gave me a wicked grin before going back to her room. As I watched her go, I noticed a newfound spring in her step. I, on the other hand, suddenly felt uneasy. I doubted I'd sleep well tonight. I forgot her room is right next to ours. Day 15! Give it up for day 15! Good morning, Takumi! Early the next morning, I woke Hiroko up and convinced her to join me in the courtyard. What are we doing out here at this hour? The enemy is going to attack during the morning announcement. But before that, I need to ask you something. What is it? It's about Veshnes, the Supreme Commander. In the last two battles, you basically... Hold on. In the last two battles, you basically told everyone to ignore her. You had us focus on the regular commanders instead. And you want to know why? It's simple enough. It's because she isn't as much of a threat in this timeline. Why not? To kill me, you have 10 commanders inside of you. What do you think? We could take her out in one turn at this point. Like, we are that strong. We are simply built different. Every loop we get stronger and stronger. Like, but the commanders stay the same. In most, though not all, of her timelines, she stops absorbing cryptoglobin like we do. It's a decision she comes to while listening in on our communications in our hoodie guys on day 7. She also finds out about you coming from the future from intercepting a conversation between you and Sirei. That's when she puts it all together. The reason both sides suddenly got stronger is because of you absorbing so much cryptoglobin during the first cycle. Knowing that, she decides to do the same, breaking her religion's greatest taboo. But none of that has happened in this timeline. Oh, so she wouldn't know. Because you didn't mention time travel in the battle on day 7. Not that you would, having decided to keep it a secret from everyone. Oh, okay. So she's not strong. Now Veshnes doesn't know you've come from the future, or just how much power can be gained from taking it from others. And then all of a sudden, little do we know, it's going to be Endless Battle Route 2 Electric Boogaloo, and there will be two Veshnests, one Veshness who knows, who told the Veshness who doesn't know, and then they both team up, kill all the other commanders, and then we just got two super buff Veshnesses again. Do you understand what that means? Yeah. She's still following the teachings and not absorbing cryptoglobin. Not in this timeline, anyway. It did make sense. That's why she... Hold on. That's why... Oh god. That must be why she didn't drain Pakron after we defeated her. Right. Sorry. Hold on. Isn't Ito supposed to be here, or did Ito already escape? Ito probably already escaped, yeah? Sorry, it's hard to keep track of, like, the different timelines, because once again, it's been a while since we got back to this timeline. And also, there's so much shit happens in other timelines that's hard to, like, keep track of. Because I'm like, okay, are we saying all this in front of Pookie right now? Because that's probably not a good sign. Did Pookie find out? And has already told Veshness, and now we're gonna have to deal with a buff Veshness? But that doesn't mean she's not a threat at all, right? Of course not. Ideally, I'd like to put an end to her life in today's battle. How are we gonna do that? We have the new weapon Sirei Nigo created. It's what we usually use on day 15, the nuke. Alright, but it's also usually unfinished. I made sure it was finished this time. Okay, yeah, I know, Kyoshika died. What do you think I've been doing while you've been moping these last 2 days? Okay, but that's also in second scenario. Well, okay, technically speaking, that decision... Oh my fucking god, okay. That decision does technically happen in second scenario, but, like, it doesn't necessarily mean it will lead us to second scenario. Alright, fair enough. They could have led us to the box of black blessings or calamity route. So it's not connected to second scenario yet, or not at all. Joshua says, is there a reason why you say the word slave despite it being a sensitive trigger word for people not judging me, by the way? It's slave! I mean, I get it. Look, okay, I get it. It could be a sensitive trigger word. Okay, for people who are sensitive to that, I guess I could do like a trigger warning. But like, I feel like if we just ignore that slaves existed, like once again, if we forget history, or if we ignore history, or we ignore why these things are bad, like I get trying to avoid it to not be offensive, or like avoiding it, like if we don't like talk about this, we're doomed to repeat it. Like I feel like if we just ignore the term slave and like, you know, servant and stuff like that, I feel like we're just going to, like, I feel like we're just doomed to repeat it. Like, it is, like, I don't want to say I don't care. Like, if it is a sensitive trigger word for people, I would be sure to avoid it when using it in public then. It's not like it's a slur, right? It's not like it's a slur where it's necessarily a derogatory term for it. There's even slaves are portrayed in media, both in like, you know, I guess like actual slaves and not just like, you know, Hiroko like messing around or whatever, but like literal slaves are portrayed in media, like both in like, you know, like I guess like in non-fiction type stories or more realistic type stories versus like, you know, fantasy type stories, that sort of thing. Like does that one also trigger people? Like, I don't know, man. I feel like we're getting a little too sensitive here. That's a little too sensitive. Like, I as much as I hate to say it, slavery was a part of like history, even like U.S. history, and I don't think we could like ignore that it happened. I feel like if we ignore that it happened, or we try to keep dodging it, that it happens, then we're doomed to repeat it. Hell, technically speaking, it still happens even now, I'm pretty sure, to this day, in certain ways. It's not legal in most places, but like, doesn't human trafficking also kind of like, you know, like I feel like if we just ignore the issue, then it will be allowed to bottle up and then eventually just like snowball into like a massive issue, and then we just regress as a society here. Like, I do think we need to talk about, like, sensitive topics, or, like, you know, we can't ignore the bad parts of history. We need to, like, acknowledge that those exist, lest we forget the lessons we learned from that, and then we fucking repeat it and have to fucking relearn the lessons again and cause suffering for other people in the future. What do you think I've been doing while you've been moping these past 2 days? Oh, face again? I've been out gathering materials. I know the ruins so well by now. It barely took me any time at all. The bomb is 100% complete. That includes the detonator. Nobody will have to die setting it off. That was good news, but I still felt pretty guilty about it. Ryoko had been out there working so hard, and hadn't done a single thing to help. Wow, sorry. Don't worry about it. You can lick my boots clean to apologize. There's a lot of foot fetish stuff these last 2 days, huh?
Oh.
This bomb is a lot more powerful than the past versions. I gave Sirei and Nigo some pointers to improve it. So we're going to hit Veshness with that today? That's right. We're gonna make what the fuck am I supposed... How do I pronounce that one? We're going to make Vikaways? Vikaways. Like Malays, right? Vikaways? I'll just go with that. We're going to make Vikaways out of her. Roko's eyes glinted viciously behind her glasses. Then we heard the morning announcement over the PA system. Good morning, Takumi. What's new, Pussycat? Blah, blah, what's new, Pussycat? I will not, how many more times am I going to be able to do that bit? Skip. Right on schedule. Okay, here goes. Just straight to bloody magic? No, not yet. When we got to the war room, everyone was already there. You're late! Where have you guys been? I bet they were off making babies somewhere. What? Such indecency! Do you two think of nothing else? Are we gonna have Ava in this timeline, actually? Okay, will it be actual Ava, or will it be lobotomized Ava? If it's lobotomized Ava, this route will lose some points for me. Have I said good afternoon to Takumi before? No, I have not.
Hey!
We weren't doing anything like that! A man has fallen in the river of Lego City.
Hey!
Didn't Sirei and Nigo tell us the invaders would attack earlier in the day? Dear brother and I were waiting here for almost an hour before the alarm went off. Well, hey, they're here now. That's what counts. Do we have a read on the enemy? Sirei nodded and pointed to the monitor with his stick.
That's...
Right.
And Zanshin, right?
Okay, so it's these two. Alright. Apparently the others already knew about the commanders we'd been facing. Ryoko probably told Sirei and Nigo so they could brief the rest of the team. I bet my tongue. The rest of the team.
You said these two can combine their bodies together?
Just like Takumi and Hiroko.
Okay, you know, can I take back what I said about Kurara being more manageable than Gaku? Can I take it back? I instantly take it back. I regret it. I regret saying that. I eat my words. She's as bad as Gaku. She's back to being as bad as Gaku. I think I said, oh no, before. Oh no, it's these two. Back when it was like second scenario route, and I had to pick between like, and it was splitting off to the conspiracy route, and it was like between Gaku and Kurara, and I'm like, can I let both of them die? I think I brought it back. Did I dock off points on other routes that do the Ava lobotomization? I dock off points for the routes that do Ava lobotomization only if it's not like presented as a bad thing, or if people don't point out that how this is a bad thing. I only dock it off points unless there's like a purpose to it. Like, I think in the shonen route they kind of ignored it specifically because they didn't want to, like, because like it's a shonen trope. Well, because it's trying to lean heavily into shonen tropes, and I'm pretty sure most shonen manga probably wouldn't like wouldn't want to like talk about how one of the allies is technically a lobotomized enemy that we had to lobotomize in order to like fight with us. And that's also probably why they killed off Shoma, because Shoma would have been too emotional over Ava dying, and in order to not have him drag the route down away from like the shonen route, they had to kill him off. Same thing with Darumi, because Darumi is all about killing games and probably would be calling out everyone about like, you know, everything that's going on and how it's basically a stereotypical shonen thing, and would have dragged it down as well. Like, I get the shonen route's purpose. I say that like it's, I forgot, I know it's not actually called the shonen route, but I forgot what it was actually called.
Ah, so it was a battle simulation to better understand our enemies' moves.
We're just able to do that? Coming of age. Thank you. Thank you for the elaboration there. And it makes, honestly, it's interesting to know back in, like, you know, looking back at coming of age, about Ito and knowing that he wasn't lobotomized. He just pretended to be. Because, like, he did genuinely enjoy his time with the cast. Like, once again, in second scenario, we see this. He just wanted, like, in my opinion, I could be misreading his character, but outside of his hatred for humanity, he also just wanted to be a part of the group. He just wanted to be a part of, like, of something better than him. He just wanted to have friends and people he could care about. Like, when Ito, like, commits to something, he goes all the way as well. Which is why he's such an interesting character to me. And it does beg the question, if that, you know, well, we call it cognitive disorder, let's say glitch, because obviously Ito wasn't supposed to be like that. He was supposed to be someone who loves humanity, as we saw in the second ending of the second scenario route. But, like, if it wasn't for that, just what kind of person would someone that with that much determination, that much like grit, who would go that far for what he believes in, what kind of person would they do? And he's also, Ito is also someone, like as we seen in second scenario, who's willing to humble himself and, like, you know, learn and like atone as well, even if it's in its own way. Like, even removing his own eyes that he said were righteous eyes that he was gifted with in order to become part of the group and also show how remorseful he truly was. Neither of us replied. It'd take way too long to start clearing up that misunderstanding now.
Yeah!
Come on, let's get out there and start killing. How is the Revive-O-Matic looking, though?
Oh, right, we don't have that anymore.
Don't you worry. Oh, God. Don't you worry about a thing. It's all fixed up and ready to go.
I forgot what voice I gave you.
If you die, you'll be brought back good as new, including all the memories, of course.
So go ahead and die all you want.
I forgot what voice to do for Sirei. I forgot how to do it. Hold on. It was like old man voice.
So go... So go ahead and die all you want.
Just trying to leave someone alive to defend the school.
Yeah, let's do this. Special Defense Unit, move out! Alright, Bloody Magical Transformation. Let's go. Where are we dropping, boys? Alright, do we actually have to fight this, or are we allowed to skip? Okay. Skip.
Wow! That wasn't hard at all.
That's probably because the commanders haven't arrived yet.
I
Right.
think they're here. Look over there.
Okay, we could just skip this. I already know. I already know.
Yeah, we know your names already.
We've got a neat little intelligence network of our own, you know?
Everyone seemed pretty confident, but I suddenly remembered how this went the first time around. Yeah, maybe you guys should shut the fuck up. Let's not let them know that we have, like, an intelligence network, because then they'll be aware that we're going to be ready for them. Because then they're going to know that we know about them. So they're going to try to switch it up on us. Like, they don't know that we know about them. But then, if we tell them that we know about knowing about them, then that means they can use the fact that they know that we know about them, that they know who... to try and fuck with us. Okay, sided. Fuck me. I sidled up to Hiroko and tried to talk to her without attracting attention.
Yugamu hasn't made his special drug in this timeline, has he?
The one he used to feed Shenshin in the first cycle? No, he hasn't. He hasn't extracted any commander DNA to make it with.
Right.
Why didn't you say anything? We could have used Mervrams before we killed him.
Me? Why didn't you say anything?
Oh my god. Why are we arguing now?
I don't remember anything about the first cycle battle with Shenshin.
Well, I only remembered now. She was right, of course. Hiroko was already dead at that point. Killed by Pookie. Right. Okay, good point. I hadn't thought of taking DNA from Mervram. Wait, hold on a fucking minute. Hiroko, don't use that as a fucking excuse. You still had knowledge from the other timelines. You could have ideated it from Mervram as well. That was on me. Sure. All right. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, Hiroko is a woman, so women are always right. Okay, like even when they're wrong, they're right. But I never expected we'd have to face Shanzhen again as early as day 15. All right.
Oh, right. Almost forgot about the whole combining thing.
God.
Being able to merge together like that?
Gaku, please don't say anything perverted. I was about to say, you know, it's kind of interesting seeing the rest of the cast in a way. Not like in the fact that they know that they're time loops. It'd be interesting if they learn, or like, you know, they gain memories, or like, you know, they realize they're in a time loop. Seeing their reaction to that, and also them, once again, maybe getting back their memories from other timelines as well. That'd be interesting, actually. That'd be an interesting plot point if it ever happens in this one. I doubt it, but it'd be cool. But it'd be, like, once again, it's interesting kind of seeing them like, oh, yeah, you know, we kind of know this already. For people who probably went this route or went, in order to get this far, you have to play a lot of the game and play, like, a lot of, like, stuff that kind of repeats over and over again to the point to where you're like, yeah, okay, I played these games before. All right, we could do this. All right, let's do, here we go again.
I'm so freaking jealous. Of what? It's
Oh, boy.
better if you don't ask, Nozomi.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, guys. We can still win this, even without the drug.
The what?
Drug? Never mind. Just
My
us.
god, you guys are fucking awful at hiding this.
Right.
Penis. Anyways. So, okay. Hey!
I'm sorry, my darling. I couldn't protect you.
So we're just killing. We're not destroying. We're not just destroying a family. We're orphaning a child. We're still doing that. All right.
Vow to keep our family safe. I'm a liar and a fool.
Don't say that, my love. You're a hero. You fought valiantly for me, for everyone.
My only regret is that our little warrior will be left to fend for himself.
You know, now that I think about this, actually, hold on. Doesn't that mean there's technically another, like, I wouldn't say hero. I mean, technically speaking, I'm thinking of Commune, right? Who was related to, like, you know, the commanders and related to the bloodline that can use Hema Anima to power up. Maybe not in, like, a boss form, like the, you know, other heroes, but, like, in a way where it's, like, it could be similar to Commune. Like, doesn't that technically mean there's someone in the bloodline where it's, like, yet another character that we haven't met yet, technically, who's technically has, like, the power of a commander, or at least on a Commune level? Kind of, whatever. Unless the Commune is related to, no. They said himself, so Commune is trans. No, okay, let's see. Let's just continue here.
Even if we're not there for him, he's strong. He is your son, after all. Ugh. you not talk about your kid right now? It's making it really hard for me to work in dirty jokes.
Okay, you know, can I take back everything once again? All right, back on Gaku level. All right, so right now I think my hate scale goes Ima #1, then it's Gaku and Kurara tied for second place. Because holy fucking shit,
At any
why
rate,
you like this?
This means victory's ours. Yes?
You weren't like this in some of the other routes. You weren't this
but
bad.
Don't forget what Siri told us. There's gonna be another one.
The words were barely out of Mocha's mouth when that other one showed herself. Another one. There she was. It's the Supreme Commander Veshnes.
How disappointing. Valagarzo, Zanshin. I thought you were stronger than this.
Is Veshnes gonna say fuck it, we ball and just vore them anyways? Even though she doesn't know about the timeline shenanigans?
Or did you lose on purpose? So I could take your prey for myself.
As she spoke, a change started to come over Veshnes' body. Did she just loop back?
So
Okay, no.
that's her battle form, huh?
We learned a little about it from the intel we got.
All of you, shut the fuck up! Stop telling the enemy we have intelligence on them!
It's still pretty gross looking, isn't it?
I mean, it's the easiest one to look at.
Okie dokie, time to get killing!
Yeah, we are like 90% of the way through the game.
I guess we're doing this.
Do we have to fight here, or do we skip?
There's no need for us to fight her directly. Sire, Nigo, is everything ready?
Alright, drop the nuke.
You bet. We can fire it any time.
Get back inside the school! Post haste!
It's time to use the new weapon, huh?
Wait, new weapon?
You never told us nothing about that.
Everyone looked confused. Obviously, Siri, Nigo, and Hiroko hadn't felt it was necessary to tell them about the bomb.
There's no time. We'll explain later.
Trust me, guys. Just get out of here.
The others responded to my order and ran back towards the school. Hiroko and I brought up the rear. Once we were all inside, I turned back and saw Veshnes walking slowly across the battlefield toward us. It was now or never.
Fire when ready. Gotcha.
Here we go.
Alright, time to fire the bomb.
Flame bomb! Fire!
Alright. It looks like a bullet bill, huh? Did they cut out some parts of the other animations in order to splice that together, or what? So is Veshnes actually dead, or what? Tactical nuke incoming? Yep. Alright. Cool.
Nice work, troops. You did great out there.
The credit for the final blow has to go to us, and Miss Suzuhara, of course.
That's right. We could have done it. We could have done it if you hadn't gotten those materials for us, Shizuhara.
We are truly grateful. Seriously though, Hiroko, you could have told us we had something like that up our sleeves. Yeah, this was no time to butter your lips.
The expression is button your lips.
We know. We could have helped you get the materials you needed.
Why did you keep it a secret? Oh, why did you keep it a... Jesus fucking Christ. Why do you keep it secret all this time? Let's just say I had my reasons.
Oh, Veshnes actually been the big one? She's really gone now?
Can we confirm? She's gotta be. An explosion that strong would have blown her to smithereens.
It's true she disappeared without a trace when the dust cleared, but...
Since there's no body, there's a chance she might have survived somehow. I never liked Ima. Don't slander me, IDK. Come to think of it, that did happen in some other timelines. Even after getting caught in the Undying Flames bomb's blast, Veshnes came back to fight another day. I glanced over at Hiroko. She was resting a finger on her glasses, a distant look in her eyes, like her thoughts were somewhere else. It just hit me that I gotta voice every character, huh? Because I think this is the route where everyone gets to survive. The golden ending, if you will. Fuck. No use thinking about what ifs now. I say we enjoy this victory high while it lasts.
I'm down for that. We've got to take our wins where we can.
Then it's time for the usual?
I think so.
1, 2.
Special Defense Unit, best in the world, indestructible and undefeated.
How many times are we going to hear this line?
Never lose, never yield. Special Defense Unit, fight on!
So, will we be having a party this time?
We don't have the budget for that.
This is a military academy, not some hedonistic tech startup.
Good. Okay, that was a good one. Didn't stop us last time. Lash. Oh my god, not the leaky face again. And so our post-battle meeting ended without any further discussion. Tired but satisfied that we'd done a good job, we went back to our rooms to rest. That night, a little while after dinner, I made my way to Hiroko's room. What? My shoe is already clean. I'm not here to lick your boots, Hiroko, Owo face. What do you want then? My sofa and desk chair aren't broken. I didn't come so you could sit on me either. I wanted to ask you something. What? You said you'd be counting on me to get us out of this loop. Let's get into details. What exactly am I gonna have to do? Good question. First of all, we'll need to figure out an actual method of leaving the loop. Can we consider that our objective for now? Oh, the Liber Mortis codes! Fucking finally! Are we gonna get elaboration on the fucking Liber Mortis codes? Is that it? Are we gonna jump to the upper timelines, get the Liber Mortis codes, fly to the artificial satellite without, like... without having to worry about anyone dying? Is that it? Is that where we're going with this? Are we gonna remember the Liber Mortis codes? Is that where we're going? Finally, Liber Mortis code development? Can we consider that our objective for now? If you want, but it's not going to be easy. You can't just try anything that comes to mind and hope it'll work. Believe me, I'm speaking from experience.
Hope?
What should we do then?
Don't get ahead of yourself. There's something we have to deal with first.
Something else?
Oh.
Tomorrow night, we're leaping to this timeline.
Roko took out her device and showed me the timeline diagram again. This one? Which one is that? Exactly?
I call it the killer zombie branch.
Oh, that one. Oh yeah, wasn't there like a route there somewhere? Or like a scene there somewhere where there were two, like, fucking, what we call them? Whatever, dive suit men from the SpongeBob movie there. One was in front of us and the second one came up and knocked us out. Wasn't it that route where it happened? Wait, why didn't we fucking cure Tsukumi there of the Gi agenda? Straightens out your gay? Like, what do you mean? It's Pride Month. Okay, okay, it is Pride Month, so yeah, it makes sense. Never mind. Yeah, nope. Okay, got it. They didn't want to be homophobic. Got it. It's upstream from the serial killer and zombie branches, hence Killer Zombie. These are starting to sound like gamer tags. You mean...
Oh.
Yes, the timeline where he became a serial killer. Tomorrow, we're going there. And we're changing history.
We learned that in, like, a while back.
We're going back to Thanksgiving to
We're going back to the first Thanksgiving to take turkey off the menu. After breakfast, I headed back to my room to think out my next move. Also, day 16! Give it up for day 16! Good morning, Takumi! Hiroko invaded my narration, my inner monologue there for a minute. Hiroko said we'd go change history tonight. That still gives me most of the day to do other stuff. Maybe I'll head back to my room, then go hang out with someone for a while. Free time? Free time! Is Pookie still here? I don't remember. Did he already escape again? Because if he already escaped, I'm gonna be upset. I don't want to go out to grab shit. I'm pretty sure I have something here I can give him. If he's here somewhere. Did Ito already leave? Nope, he's still here. Alright. Yes! I forgot he's here.
You truly understand me, Takumi. You've turned my hate into love.
Sloppy makeout sessions with Pookie. Let's go. Guys, this should not surprise you at this point, by the way. Should not be... You guys should not be surprised. Do you think he'd like this? Because I don't want to keep giving him the same thing over and over again just because it's the only thing I have supplies of. Yes, Bong 4! Alright, we just need 2 more. I need like 1 more free time day.
I'm not trying to complain about you letting me live. But life in this place is just so boring. Can't you at least bring me a book or 2 from the library? Preferably something about Earth's beautiful nature.
Oh?
Ugly humans destroyed most of the books on that subject. Simply because they're not interested in anything outside of their precious complex.
Fair enough.
But I get the feeling this library might have something. We can read about it together.
Together!
A mere glimpse of the planet's natural beauty on a printed page would be enough to purify your heart.
And you'd want to kill humanity with me, Pookie.
Then you'd be filled with consuming.
Yep, there we go. Yep, I had a feeling it was gonna be that.
Just like I am. So why don't we have a nice, friendly reading session, Takumi? You never know what effect the right book may have on your life.
Hey. Day turned to night. That tends to be how it works, yeah? Taking care not to be spotted, Hiroko and I snuck out of the school. We made our way along the road that led to the old lab, and we went. Along the way, Hiroko began speaking. I discovered the parallel leap machine on my 37th loop. Really? I've decided to investigate every corner of this town, and happened upon it by chance. Okay, that does bring up the question of who made the parallel leap machine. I don't think we're gonna learn it. It just exists, Lamayo. Alien tech device. It is Zero Time Dilemma again. Just alien fax machine. Over the next few loops, I'd go back when my memories return and try to learn more about it. By the 49th loop, I more or less knew what it could do and how to operate it. So we still don't know who made it or why it's here. Why are you so determined to figure it out, though? Imagine if it's like a spoiler alert for Virtue's Last Reward. Virtue's Last Reward situation where suddenly we loop even further back somehow. And then we're the ones who made the device for our future selves. And then it's like Virtue's Last Reward where we save the old lady by looping back to before the old lady was killed. I say looping back to morbing to shifting back. Sorry, I get confused because Joseph Anderson calls shifting morbing. Sometimes I even shift my pants. Like, why were you so determined to figure it out, though? You probably won't believe me. Don't laugh, alright? Okay. I heard a voice while I was sleeping. It said, that machine will be your salvation. Seriously? You said you wouldn't laugh. Sorry, it's just... You must have been hearing things, right? I mean, clearly it's important. Did Takumi actually loop back that far? She ignored me and carried on walking. I followed after her at a safe distance, feeling like I just poked a hornet's nest. I still can't help wondering what that machine is doing here in the first place. Someone here must have been researching parallel universes. Somebody? Who? Researchers, probably. What researchers? How am I supposed to know? Let's just be grateful we have access to such a useful resource. Come on. Like the last time, Hiroko and I dispelled our class armor once we got inside the lab.
Huh?
We can't wear leap suits and class armor at the same time, right? We went over this before. Don't make me repeat myself. The leap suit repel our hemoanima. I know, but why do they have that function?
Oh.
Leaping is achieved using cryptoglobin, rather using its energy waves. Okay, alright. The infinite parallel universes out there exist in a space filled with cryptoglobin energy. It surges in constant waves in unpredictable patterns. To leap, we have to harness those waves. It's almost like surfing. We ride the waves in that space to get to our destination. Doing that without protection puts a lot of strain on the body. Yeah, I know. I've experienced it myself. Oh, face.
You got off easy. Serious leap damage can affect the brain and rob you of your memories and your ability to reason.
We really did get off easy.
I'm tougher than I look.
Yeah.
Please take this seriously.
Now I'd
if
win.
You parallel leap 2, maybe 3 more times with exposed skin, your body will eject all of its cryptoglobin. That means no more revivals. You'll die, and you'll stay dead.
Wonder if we're gonna have to do that, actually. Maybe that's it? Maybe the reason why everyone's trapped in a time loop because... No, Hiroko has it too. We just don't see it, technically. She already explained that one before, right? But I was gonna say, I think the time loops, at least in context of the story for this route specifically, happened because Takumi looped back, and then that triggered the time loops to constantly happen over and over and over again. Like, we think it's just Takumi redoing waves as his power, or even him redoing the whole loop as a whole when he got enough cryptoglobin, but no, it's like, it's actually him unknowingly, spoiler alert for ReZero, Aldebrand style, putting everyone into his domain expansion, where, into his domain, where everyone's just constantly trapped in the time loop. Am I switching up the content on the schedule for the next week, or am I going to repeat the same 2 games until I complete them? I'm going to repeat the same 2 games until I repeat them. Once again, I think I talked about this at the start, but on the week of July 16th to 20th, I might not be able to stream, or if I do stream, it might be Wednesday, it might either be 1 stream that week, or like, 2 streams that week on Tuesday and Wednesday, or like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I might do all 3 streams because I'm visiting a family member who has cancer. I already told you that, guys, at the start. I mean, unless my parents are lying to me, but like I highly doubt they're lying to me because that'd be a fucked up thing to lie about to me. But so I'm just gonna believe them. But yeah. Anyways, let's continue. Just casually dropping that one in there, even though I talked about more at the start. It's fine, Joshua. I just was letting you guys know ahead of time. I'll probably remind you guys, like the week before. My point is, to avoid leap damage, you have to avoid touching that cryptoglobin energy directly. I'm either gonna do some videos, or like at least 1 video and some shorts, maybe. Either clips from streams, maybe. I might go back and clip some streams. Or like, you know, or like upload the clips I have on stream. What was I gonna say? Later, I think? Or like during that week or something, so that it makes up for like YouTube not uploading 3 times that week. My point is, to avoid leap damage, you have to avoid touching that cryptoglobin energy directly. Okay, hold on. I gotta use the restroom real quick. Sorry, I'm gonna step out real quick, use the restroom, and then we're gonna continue. Sorry, be right back in a second. Yeah, sorry about that. Told you it was gonna be a quick minute. Sorry, it was not meant to be like an extended break. Don't worry, we'll still have our break in like about 45 minutes. I just needed to use the restroom real quick. My point is, to avoid leap damage, you have to avoid touching that cryptoglobin energy directly.
Ah.
So that's why the leap suits cover our whole bodies and push it away from us? That's right.
Ah.
Thanks for clearing that up. I have another question, though. Okay, yeah, this is Ukitoshi's writing for sure. You said we're going to change history tonight. What exactly is that going to involve? The same thing as we went to the Hunt Mystery Timeline on day 5, erasing the Gi data from that Takumi's brain. I've got everything we need right here on this thumb drive. That's the thing Sira gave you, right? The Cerebral Glitch Repair Program? Yes. The only difference is, this time, we'll be treating the killer zombie version of you. Let's call him Takumi 2, to make things easier. Sorry. You don't know why I'm laughing. My god, damn it. Fuck you, game, for making me feel like shit for coming up with the name Takumi. Fuck you. That's literally the whole bit I was doing. But I think back in that timeline. Motherfucker. At this rate, Takumi is going to become a killer. We're going to treat him before he can commit his first murder. But that's not all. We've got something else we need to do in that timeline. Liver mortis codes? What's that? In the version of history I know, Takumi actually kills somebody tonight. Who's that? Hiroko 2. In other words, me. Hiroko 2, if you will. What? We have to prevent that murder before we move on to treat him. Oh, hold on a minute. I don't remember any timeline like that. Oh, no, I do. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, okay, I remember. But then we don't cure him of the Gi agenda, we fail. I don't know what to tell you. I'm the one who got killed. I remember it very clearly. Oh! 146. More than 100. Okay, or more than 20, I guess. Whatever. You get the idea here. We'll go with 100, since 100 different endings. We probably go to the same loop over and over again, but then make a different decision at a certain point. Okay, technically we're at 90 at this point, but whatever. Okay. Oh, so there must have been a version before even this happened. So this is the one where we already failed. Okay. No, wait, hold on. Wait, is it this one? Was it the slasher? No, it was Killer Zombie route. Day 16, right? Okay, so did we make the fucking comedy route? I'm sorry. Did we make the comedy route in this timeline? What do you fucking mean? Hold on. Wait, whoa. How far does this go? Hold on. How far does this go? Because doesn't one of the fucking versions of like either Hiroko or Takumi end up getting kicked into the fire and that... Hold on. I don't remember the decision that was here. Get kicked into the wall of fire or something instead of dodged? Like, dodging is what leads us to here, but then kicking someone into the fire leads us to here. And then that's probably when Takumi gets cured. Wait, hold on. Whoa. How far does this go? Wait, are we gonna have a decision where we either tackle Takumi or attack Takumi, and that could lead to a bad ending to our death, or like... Hold on, wait, what is this branch gonna look like? Are we gonna go here? Are we gonna see that we're here? There's gonna be second Takumi and second Hiroko that are alive, and then we're gonna, like, go here, and then there's gonna be splitting off branches. Oh my god. What the fuck's about to happen? I remember it very clearly. Tonight at around 11 p.m., I'll be killed by Takumi in the biolab.
Oh.
You probably just haven't recovered those memories yet. Is that why? I guess I did repress a lot of memories of that time. Hey, Hiroko, what time is it now? She tapped her glasses near her temple before replying. 9:18 p.m. How do you know? I have a watch. There's a clock here. My glasses have a clock function built into them. The glasses? Okay, so it is a watch. So what do you mean your glasses have a fucking clock built into them? Does she have a fucking Apple glasses? What do you mean? Does she have smart glasses? Google Glass? What do you mean? Your glasses have a clock function built into them. You know, chat, I forgot to mention this. As I was getting new glasses, like, a while back, I did a post where I broke my glasses, had to get new ones, which is ones I'm wearing right now. There was, like, when I went to, like, the Target where I got them, I saw, like, AI glasses that they had. I didn't test them out or anything. I just wanted to point that out. I don't even remember what the fuck they do. But there was, like, AI smart glasses that they had. And I had the option. I decided not to because I'm like, I don't need that. But, like... Is that what Hiroko has? What do you mean? The lenses can function as a transparent heads-up display to show me the time whenever I touch them just here. Okay, so it is fucking smart glasses! Huh. It'll be a problem if you can't keep track of time. Here, you can have this. Is it the same glasses? Your device? You're giving me a phone? I have another of my own. Just switch it on and it'll display the time. Take it. Ruka passed me the little machine. I slipped it into my pocket. We're gonna lose that, aren't we? You said 9:18 p.m. Oh my fucking god. The comedy route. The comedy route had phones. 9:19 p.m. now. Then we better hurry. Leaping takes you to the same point in time, right? We can't go forward or back? That's true. But we can't go yet. Why? We gotta put on the suits. Remember what I told you about riding the waves to alternate timeline? We wasted time on this when we could just be putting on the suit. Just tell them to put on the suit. Shinji, get in the fucking Ava. They're from out space filled with cryptoglobin energy, so let's call them blood space waves. Okay, I get the idea! Put on the suit! Uchikoshi, shut the fuck up, I get it! We're starting to fucking cycle back! Feels like I'm looping in the fucking conversation right now, I get it. Anyway, we can only leap when they're at their highest intensity. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, never mind, my bad. Okay, so we can only leap at, like, specific times. Okay, no, that's new information, my bad. That's why I likened it to surfing. Sometimes you have to wait for a big enough wave to come along. But when is that gonna be? Take a look at the device I gave you. Okay, so that's the point of the device. I took the thing out of my pocket and turned it on. It displayed some kind of diagram of the waves, along with 2 times. Between 10:20 p.m. and 1 a.m. tonight? Yes, we'll only be able to leap during that time, so we still got 45 minutes. But you said 2 Kumi kills Hiroku 2 at 11 p.m. So even if we leap as soon as that window opens, we only have 40 minutes. Oh, sorry, 40 minutes, not 45 minutes, my bad. That's right, 40 minutes to get it all done. But it takes over half an hour just to get back to the school from here. Would you prefer to call a taxi? I know it won't be easy, but we still have to try. This is neat. I kind of like this, actually. While we waited for the blood space waves, Hiroko showed me how to use the machine. Wow. Hold on.
Wow, it's a lot more simple than I thought.
Everything sounds simple when it's explained to you.
I've had to put a lot of work to figure it out.
It was 10:19 p.m., just 1 minute before we could jump. We'd already changed into our leap suits and adjusted the machine settings.
Let's go everything one last time. What timelines are we leaping to? Kill a zombie. And what's our objective? To remove the gay agenda from 2 Kimi's brain and prevent Hiroku 2's murder. Good. It's time. Let's get started.
I hit the red button on the control console and we both stepped onto the platform. How do you guys feel about me covering my mouth when we do this?
Okay, let's do this.
Do we get the time travel animation again? Yep, there we go. Okay, sorry, I saw Joshua's question pop up there. Am I going to be holding off Digital Circus, Rerun Act 2, and Antebellum Lockdown Chapter 3 Daily Life for multiple months? Okay, you see, my original plan before I learned my, I think I mentioned this before. Can I pull up my calendar, actually, real quick? Nope, my calendar is being a stubborn motherfucker. All right. Okay, I'm gonna explain it to you to what my original plan was before I learned that my family member had cancer. Originally, after this week where we do Zenless Zone Zero, the original plan was on the 3rd, 10th, and 17th to do Danganronpa Antebellum Chapter 3. That was the plan, the daily life, because like that was like 10 hours long, I think, rounding up. So if I did 4 hours only, it'd probably take me 3 streams. That was the original plan. But now it's either I'm going to be moving that 17th stream to like the 13th or 14th, or I might not just be streaming at all. And then I have to do it on the 24th. The original plan was on the 3rd, 10th, and 17th to do that. Then I think a Wild Assault PvE stream, because the following Friday, the following week on like the July 27th, like basically the week of July 27th to like August 2nd, that's when the next Zenless Zone Zero update should be coming out for the story. So I'm probably gonna have to do a stream on that on the 31st, and then after that we'll either get into Rewritten Act 2, or we're gonna get into what the fuck was I gonna say? Or we're gonna get into Digital Circus. There we go. I was thinking, because, like, once again, since I'm already replaying the original Danganronpa games with Bray, and I kind of want to get those ones done before 2x2 comes out, and I have no idea when it's coming out because we don't have a specific release date, I'm not going to change up the Saturday slot. So the best way I could do it, while keeping it to 3 streams a week, without, having to boost it to, like, 4 streams a week or 5 streams a week, is to basically, and not get, like, too tired of Danganronpa or get Danganronpa'd out, is to basically, at least for now, until we finish 100 Line, because, once again, same writer, Kodaka, not to get Kodaka'd out, I should probably say, is to flip-flop between series. So basically, do a Fangan, then do something outside of that, then back to the Fangan stuff, and then do something outside of that. That's kind of the plan here. That was the idea of it. But at the same time, I want to do all the Fangan stuff in one go and not miss a week. So, because I might forget some details there. Either that or just keep it consistent and get like the Fangan stuff done. That's the idea.
Huh? Hold on. Did we do it? Did we leap? No. Don't just stand there. We need to get going. Hiroko was already on her way outside. I got the fire extinguisher and hurried after her. Shouldn't we take off our leap suits first? I can't remember which leap it was, but I tried doing this in my regular clothes once. It didn't end well. There's 2 Hirokos. This one's a fake. It must be a shape-shifting commander. They captured me and shut me up in a cage in the courtyard from then to day 100. If you want the same thing to happen to you, I won't stop you.
Alright, I see. So that's how we're explaining it. Fair enough.
Now pick up the pace. We don't have a lot of time.
Hiroko took off running. I did the same. We started our journey back to the school. We still had a ways to go. So I decided to ask about something. Hey, can you tell me more about what happened between Hiroko 2 and 2 Kumi?
It all started around this time, actually. I couldn't sleep, so I decided to take a walk around the school. That's when 2 Kimi attacked me. The Gi data in his brain must have finally taken over. He chased me into the biolab. He was far stronger than he had any right to be. The Gi agenda. Okay, yeah. The Gi agenda can draw out superhuman reserves of strength from its host, after all.
Joshua, you were just a little concerned why it's taking so long for those 3 to be done since I'm late to all of them? Yeah. You see, the original plan was to actually start Antebellum Lockdown, this upcoming week. It was gonna be originally Digital Circus, but then I moved it to Antebellum Lockdown because that takes priority over Digital Circus because it's an ongoing series. But now it's Zenless Zone Zero because I never finished the story last stream. So we got to finish the story this upcoming stream.
He slammed my head on the operating table, and while I was still dazed from that, well, you get the idea. I never had a chance to fight back.
We'd almost reached the academy. I could see the wall of fire up ahead. Suddenly, Hiroko stopped and picked something up off the ground. Is that a power saw? Okay, we just found a power saw here. It's just lying around.
We'll be needing this.
What for?
Oh, what for? See, Kimmy locked the biolab door behind him when he attacked me. We'll have to break it down to get to him. This is the fastest way to do that.
I was starting to get a bad feeling about this. Oh, hold on. I've seen that power saw kill our friends in this timeline. By taking that into the school, you're putting them all in danger. Yeah, okay, yeah, so... consequences.
That won't happen. We're going to cure 2 Kumi after all.
But what if we mess it up?
We won't.
How can you be so sure?
Enough talk. You're my servant, aren't you? You said you'd do anything to help, didn't you?
I guess, but...
Then don't talk back. Just do as you're told.
Hiroko took off toward the wall, power saw in hand. I followed a few steps behind, trying to keep down the panic rising in my chest. Before long, we arrived at the school. I checked the time. It displayed in the corner of the little window in front of my helmet. Oh, this has one too?
11:56 p.m. We've only got 4 minutes. We have to hurry.
Are we gonna run around in the suit? We barreled through the entrance hall and into the hallway. Hiroko kept going, through the halls and up the stairs. It was all I could do to keep up with her. Soon enough, we reached the 2nd floor. I found myself outside the door to the biolab. Hiroko had gotten there before me, of course.
I saw the 2 of them running here just now. Hiroko 2 went in first, then 2 Kimi chased after her. He was carrying a kitchen knife, just like I remember. In that case? I was right. The door is locked.
Joshua says, Genshin Impact is doing story quest updates and people have been playing them. Yeah, I know. I'm probably never going to play... Okay, I don't want to say never going to play Genshin Impact, I say, as we probably will play it maybe sometime in the future. It is a free game, after all, and, you know... I mean, it is a gacha game, but it's also a free game. So, like, you know, free-to-play game, kind of free content, you know, so I don't have to worry about money to pay to play it, you know? But, like, I haven't touched Genshin Impact in forever. Once again, I did a video of my first impressions of it, like, years back, but I never touched it again after that.
Damn it!
I pulled on the door myself, just in case, but it wouldn't budge. Then I heard a noise from inside the room.
That was probably Hiroko 2 getting thrown around.
Fucking use the power saw! It's already 11:59 p.m.
This is bad. What was I saying? This is bad. Stand back.
I barely had time to react before Hiroko revved up her power saw and charged forward. Will I consider playing Honkai Star Rail for the first time? Honestly, yeah. But once again, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, real quick, chat. If you guys look at my Zenless Zone Zero, streams, you might notice that there's a missing chapter 1, kind of thing. That's because I originally was not anticipating Zenless Zone Zero to be, not I want to say a big part of my channel, or it's more accurate to say I didn't expect some people to be interested in seeing my gameplay of Zenless Zone Zero or seeing any of my agent stories and stuff. So I didn't plan on, like, streaming every story update live anymore. And I just continued playing the story after that stream. It was originally meant to be a one-shot stream. But then it turned into, like, its own series because people wanted to see that. But I don't know, like, once again, I'm probably not going to play more than one gacha game at a time. It will take a lot for me to jump from, like, Zenless Zone Zero at the moment, because I like the gameplay and, like, character designs of it, and, you know, having fun with the story so far. We're Zenless Zone Zero commit. It's going to take a lot, or, like, a really, really good Zenless Zone Zero game, gacha game, for me to jump from Zenless Zone Zero and play a different one. It's not like I really pay that much money, if any at all, to play it. I think I only paid for it once specifically so I can get that, like, Starlight Night, like, whatever HUD setting sort of thing, and that's it. But, like, outside of that, I'm probably not going to spend any, like, I'm not going to, like, I might not do multiple, like, gacha type games. Is what I'm trying to say here as a series. Unless I jump ship. They're probably all going to be, like, one-shot type stuff. Fair point. Gacha games will make me addicted to it for about a year or two before I get bored of it. Yeah, true. Thing is, as well, even with Wild Assault, I'm kind of starting to get burned out on it a little bit. And I might either start pulling back on, like, the fucking, not it as a series, because I'm not really playing it as a series anymore. If a story mode comes out for Wild Assault, I might get back into it a lot more, but I might pull back on it as playing the dailies. It's not like I, you know, pay for the Battle Pass at all anymore since we get the Valiants for free now. But I will log in pretty much every update just to make sure I do get those, like, Valiants. This update didn't have a Valiant, thank God, but, you know, I still owe a PvE stream. Whenever there's, like, major content like that, I'd like to, like, try to stream it. There was a terrible splintering sound as the door yielded to the relentless rotating metal blades. Come on! Following Hiroko's lead, I stepped through into the biolab, but I was not ready for what was waiting for me inside. Are we going to see it from a different point of view, actually? We're going to confront our Gi agenda, our Gi selves. It took me a moment to process what had happened. Hiroko had gone in first, but now... She was crumpled up in a corner. A blow from Tsukumi must have sent her flying. From the source of that groan, she was going to be out of action for a little while. And on the other side of the operating table was Hiroko too. She was also on the floor and looked pretty out of it. Too. Sorry, I got distracted by the background. Both Hirokos were down for the count. Obviously, only one person can be responsible for all this. Yeah, I'm trying to... Like, how do I hide again? They changed the fucking button every game, huh? Alright. Sorry, I got distracted by the background here with the fucking skull and, like, you know, musculature. Did not notice that detail. If the story updates end, what will happen to Zenless Zone Zero on my channel? I'll probably stop playing it on stream. And then maybe stop, you know, I highly doubt the story update will ever end. I'll either stop playing it completely, or, like, I'll start pulling back on it until they do agent stories. Because, like, once again, I said before, and I put it to a vote, for, like, what people would want to see me stream for Zenless Zone Zero. Like, would they want to see everything? Like, including events and stuff? Or would they just want to see, like, story stuff, like the agent stories and, like, main storylines? And people ended up voting for main storyline stuff and, like, you know, agent stories. So, yeah, it might, like, I might pull back on that game a little bit and maybe stop streaming it. I mean, a good motivator for me to play games as well is streaming it, of course. Because, like, it's fun getting other people's opinion on it. And, like, you know, kind of posting my reactions there and, like, kind of riffing, you know? To Kumi, this timeline's version of me. Our eyes met, and I froze up. I wasn't used to looking at... Hold on. Whew. Ah, my bad. Our eyes met, and I froze up. I wasn't used to looking at my own body from the outside. It was such a surreal experience. I just stood there, forgetting to even breathe. But it wasn't long before time started to flow again, and I was dragged back to reality. Two Kumi raised his kitchen knife and dashed towards me. Hiroko said the leap suit repels hemoanima, but that wasn't a class weapon he was holding. It was more capable of tearing through the suit and hurting me. Oh yeah, we already kind of like established that. He swung wildly, but I did my best to dodge his blows. Obviously, I wasn't about to let myself get killed, especially not by my own doppelganger. But I couldn't keep dodging forever. He was sure to hit me sooner or later. Parry it! I needed the weapon, something I could use to fight back. Right as that thought crossed my mind, my foot brushed against something. I glanced down. It was the power saw. Ruka must have dropped it when she got knocked over. And it was still running. I ducked down, grabbed it, and swung it to the side. The blade connected with the Everme's knife and sent it flying. That didn't stop him though. He grabbed at my arm, trying to take the power saw from me. Ugh! I wasn't about to go down without a fight. I wrenched it away and kicked him in the stomach. Okay, so that's what happened. He slammed against the wall and fell to the ground, his face contorted in pain. I must have hit him pretty hard. He won't be getting up anytime soon. 5 minutes later, tackles us through the fucking window. I took advantage of the lull. Oh, okay, so we're getting context for this. Alright, that's interesting. Lull in the fight to go and check on Hiroko 2. She didn't seem to have any visible injuries, but I had to make sure she was okay. With all that strafing around I've been doing, not to mention the run over here, I wasn't exactly feeling at my best. I fought through the fatigue and lumbered over to this timeline's Hiroko. But just as I was about to reach her... something slammed into me hard from behind. I staggered a few steps, suddenly off balance. Kumi saw his opportunity and took it. As the two of us grappled, we found ourselves near the window. And then, okay, yeah, we're getting this from the other side. That's interesting. But that's not good because doesn't one of these timelines end with us getting burned? Next thing I knew, I was in the air with two Kumi still clinging to me. Yes, I am committing to the 2 Kumi bit. Okay, no, it's still continuing off of this one. Man, it would have been interesting if this somehow branched off from this, but alright. Fair enough. I don't think it was designed that way anyways. He must have tackled me with so much force that it sent us right through the window. Well, I guess it's in context of Takumi's point of view, or by point of view, rather than in context of like the literal timelines and where we are. Shards of glass were all around us, sparkling in the night sky. Okay, fuck me. You could really tell Uchikoshi wrote this one. For one weird disconnected moment, it actually looked kind of beautiful. But then the laws of physics kicked in and we were falling, rocketing towards the ground faster than either of us could deal with. Broke back. My leap suit must have provided some protection, because falling from the second floor didn't hurt nearly as much as it should have, or not. I saw the power saw lying to my side. I grabbed it and got to my feet, looking for 2 Kumi. He was standing nearby, maybe 30 feet away. It looked like he just gotten to his feet. He was still swaying unsteadily. Okay, this is interesting. Well, I prevented Hiroko 2's murder. That just left out one thing still to do in this timeline. We had to treat 2 Kumi. I couldn't let him get away now. I tied my grip on the power saw and ran toward him. My double saw me coming and ran. I stayed on his tail and eventually cornered him right in front of the wall of fire. Oh, are we about to die? Do we not even get a choice here? I raised my power saw and revved it. In the light of the undying flames, the blade glinted ominously. I wasn't going to kill 2 Kumi, obviously. I didn't even want to hurt them. I mean... no, I was going to say, couldn't we kill him and then, like, the drone picks him up and then brings him back to the revival-matic where we have to take him anyways to, like, administer the cure? But I guess it's not working properly, right? Was it not working properly in this timeline? Or it didn't work in this timeline because they'd bleed too fast? Whatever. If we get hurt them with the power saw? He may be an alternate... he might be me... he may be from an alternate reality, but he was still me after all. So what was I gonna do? Just threaten him? If he thought I was out to kill him, maybe he'd come quietly. I decided to go with that and hefted the power saw again. Wait, something about this doesn't seem right. Haven't I seen this happen before? Okay, yep. I couldn't have been distracted for more than 2 seconds, but that was all he needed. Pain flashed through my left leg, and my view started to tilt to the side. As I toppled over, everything seemed to slow. And I found myself thinking, I should have seen this coming. Then my downward movement came to an abrupt stop. Okay, I see. I felt my head slam against the cold, hard ground. Even with my helmet on, it was a real shock to the system. I was majorly disoriented. I could barely string 2 coherent thoughts together, let alone come up with a plan to fight back. Through instinct more than anything else, I managed to stagger back to my feet, but he already has the power saw. My thoughts were still hazy, but one thing was abundantly clear. I didn't have the power saw anymore, so it must be... Now it's my turn! Fear took over and I ran back toward the school as fast as I could.
You won't get away!
My god. The tables had turned. Oh, how the tables have turned. Or how the turns have tables. Now 2 Kumi was after me. Fortunately, he wasn't moving very fast. Probably because he was weighed down by the power saw. My vision was back to normal now, but the haze around my thoughts was still there. It felt like I was forgetting something important, but I couldn't think of what. Hiroko? Before I could figure that out, 2 Kumi made his move. He discarded the power saw, tossing it aside to the bushes. Now that he'd lightened his load, he was a lot faster than before, and gaining on me fast. He and I were the same person, of course, so running speed should have been the same, except I had a big clunky leap suit slowing me down. It was only a matter of time before he catches me. I need to find somewhere I could ditch the suit. Right as the thought crossed my mind, the outline of the school came into view up ahead. I put on a burst of speed, running for the school with all my might. Are we gonna get choked out by Hiroko again? I scrambled into the hallway and ran up the stairs. My feet were barely even touching the ground as I fled along the 2nd floor. Finally, I tumbled into the bathroom. I held my breath and listened hard. I could hear footsteps in the hall outside. It got closer, then passed by, and gradually faded away. Phew. I let out a sigh and leaned back against the wall. My head was swimming. I stood there and spaced out for a while. So, what am I supposed to do now? I still have to get that guy under control somehow. Maybe I can hide and try to get the jump on him? The seat's so hard to move around in, though. I won't be doing anything stealthy in like this. It'll be easier for him to turn the tables on me if anything goes wrong, too. The solution to that was obvious enough. We're really ditching the suit? I took off my leap suit. Looking around, I found a supply closet and stowed it in there. Okay, I'd better get going. Okay, yeah. So that's how it ended up there. Joshua says, some people like to stream the same game 2 or 3 times a week. I can understand why I don't do it because you need variety to not get burned out from playing the current game that I'm playing. Yeah, that's usually what I do. That is the idea. Especially since I only do 2 to 3 streams a week anyways. It's nice to have a little bit of variety on the channel. And also not to get burned out from the current game I'm playing. Sometimes I do double up though. Although it's rare, just to finish a series faster, like I did with, okay, well, Tetra was an example of that. There was something else that was an example of that. I think I did it a couple times with the 100 line, but not consistently. I'd usually do that if I don't have any, if I want to either get a game done faster because there's like something coming out, or if there's nothing else I can play. I mean, usually I play game demos or do like a react to something to try and do variety, but yeah. Okay, I'd better get going. We need to fix this quick before our window to leap back closes. My first move would be to find Hiroko. She's probably still in the biolab. I walked toward the bathroom door, but just as I was about to open it... Could they have hidden in the bathroom? Guess I'd better check. Darn it! Why do you have to pick now to think about looking in here? I looked around for escape. There's no point hiding in one of the stalls. I'd get found out right away. In that case, there's only one way out. I ran to the window and opened it. I jumped out with all the energy I could muster, but something went wrong. Maybe it was the fatigue settling in, but I couldn't control my posture like I wanted to. I fell. Flat on my back, head to hitting the ground with a sickening crunch. I'd be done in this time, but consciousness was leaving me like smoke blown away in a strong breeze. Right before it all went dark, I was aware of footsteps nearby, and somebody saying something.
Takumi, are you okay? Hold on. Stay with me.
How do you know I'm Takumi and not Tukumi? That was when my memory cut out for the day. The next thing I knew, my mind melted away into chaos and confusion. Day 17! Give it up for day 17! Good morning, Takumi. Okay, are we back in our timeline now? I have a feeling we're going to be seeing this CG a lot. So there probably exists. Okay, so we won't get memories of all of our timelines, right? That's what I'm guessing here. We won't get memories of all of our timelines, because there was another timeline for the comedy route where we got thrown into the wall of fire instead of just, you know, kicked. So that, we failed, and that leads into the slasher route. Okay, we failed. I mean, here, it's technically also like halfway a failure, halfway a success. Because we do cure Takumi, clearly, as, you know, comedy route. But also we fail in the fact that our Takumi dies. So, a lot of this will be theoretical stuff as well. I woke up suddenly. I looked around, trying to reorient myself. What's the worst game I played in 2025? Let me check. I don't think there's a game I said was bad in 2025 at all. Not necessarily. I think the worst we played is the original Danganronpas, but I don't think there was a bad game necessarily. I won't say anything that's like bad in 2025. I don't remember 2025. Oh, Spark Hearts was pretty okay. It got canceled, which is yet another furry game bit. Spark Hearts got canceled. It had an interesting, like, you know, art style, and it was trying to emulate Danganronpa with its 2.5D kind of style, but, like, the story was kind of made simple. It was very simple, like Danganronpa, but it got canceled. I think, by default, I'd say that's the worst one, but that's a demo, so it's not really fair. If I were to say full games, Inescapable is a pretty bad one. Actually, I think... Did I play that in 2025? No, that's 2024. That was a 2024 series, I think. I think that one might be the worst one, though, if it was 2025. I'm, like, looking right now. I'm trying to see if there's anything on 2025, but, like, nothing really major, I think, that comes to mind, that pops out at me. I think some of them are really in 2024.
Where am I?
Can't you tell? It's your room. In the SF timeline, that is.
Okay, so that's when we learn about the SF timeline, or we're calling it the SF timeline. Why did we call it SF anyways?
SF?
Steady Fundamental. It's the one we started off in.
Oh, Steady Fundamental. Okay, I see. It's not, it doesn't stand for shit fuck.
Did you have to carry me here again?
Yes. You need to start taking better care of yourself. I'm not your mother, you know.
I don't understand.
It's like when a child falls asleep in front of the TV, and their mother picks them up and puts them to bed.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, I get that. I mean, why are you doing
the same for you? Several times now.
Why are you going this far for me, is what I'm thinking. When you put it like that, I did feel kind of guilty. I shifted uncomfortably and sat up in bed. Oh, nope, okay, nope, that was it. What? Okay, it was the mom thing? It was the mom thing. I thought it was gonna be... Whatever. What happened after I blacked out? You know what would be interesting, actually? Man, I don't know. I feel like Hiroko Shizuhara. I needed to remember what Shizuhara, the name, means. But it would have been interesting if they called it SF, and it would have been pretty interesting and fun. It'd be a fun little, cute little reference if like she had an F in her name, or if one of her initials were F. So it could be study fundamental, but it could also have a double entendre type meaning for Sumino and, you know, Hiroko, but that's not how it is. Missed opportunity. What happened after I blacked out? Don't worry about it. We fulfilled both of our goals. Right. I figured we saved Hiroko too, but what about the other one? We don't need to worry about Kumi's parasite problem. I actually had 2 thumb drives. Neither gave me an extra one as a spare. I, in fact, had 2 of them. I gave it to Hiroko too. I revealed myself to her and explained everything. Oh, okay. Did she already know about the time loop and parallel leaping? No, not every timeline has the same memories. She'd only recovered a few fragments so far. It must have been hard for her to wrap her head around. She managed just fine. I should know. Okay, so that's how she figured out in the other timeline then. Wait, you're telling me she wasn't able to knock out Takumi when he was acting normal? Well, she was probably boggled down by her feelings. And being conflicted with the fact that Takumi tried to kill her. Okay. She is a past version of me after all. I know her history very well. I even remember what happened next from when I was with her. When I was her. As Hiroko 2... as Hiroko 2 and I injected Kumi with an anesthetic and used a repair program to treat him. A program I got from a thumb drive given to me by... Fuck me. A program I got from... Thumb drive... Fuck me. These names are fucking with me. The numbers are fucking with me, man. A program I got from a thumb drive given to me by me. Hiroko 1. That was all well and good, but she hadn't seen it for herself this time. That made me uneasy. I cannot believe I'm committing to the eat 1, eat 2, eat 3 bit. And then, like, now it's expanding to other characters. Okay, great. What the fuck is the murder mystery timeline gonna be like when we get to it? With Cactua. I took out the device Hiroko had given me. What's next? When's the next... Oh my god. When's the next time the blood space wave surge? Thinking of leaping back to Killer Zombie to check on it? Don't you believe me? It's not that. Either way, we won't be leaping anytime soon. Look at the screen. 1 to 5 p.m. on day 20? Okay, no major decision on that day. Okay, good to know. There probably wasn't a major decision on the first time we looped back either. I just wanted to confirm that pattern. I wanted to see if there was a pattern on maybe it being tied to Takumi in some way, or every time Takumi makes a major decision, that's when that splits the timeline. That's when the surges get strong enough for us to, you know, to leap, but I guess not. I mean, Hiroko's also going through this, so maybe it could also just be Hiroko's decisions as well that we're just not seeing. Right. We won't be able to leap until then. That's 3 days from now. So we're staying put for 3 days. That's just how this works. Do these surges have any kind of pattern? Unfortunately not. Everything from their variation to their wavelength to the regularity is completely random. Oh my fucking god. What number are we at? What number are we at where I'm like, oh, so it works like this? No, it doesn't work like this. Okay, yeah, I understand. All right, I'm able to piece it together. And then Hiroko just explains it 5 seconds later, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like keeping up with the game somehow. How am I keeping up with... I don't know. I'm not upset at the fact that I'm keeping up with the game, or upset with myself for pausing every 5 seconds to explain the thing that the game's about to explain, and then the game explains it. It's not that. I'm just fucking flabbergasted that it just happens all the time. I'm like, how the fuck am I like hitting all of these? All hits, no misses. Ignore the killing game route where I missed that one time and ended up getting commune killed. Ignore that. All hits, no misses. The same goes for the periods when they surge and how long they last. We never really know what we're dealing with until they arrive.
Oh.
We're lucky these devices even allow us to predict the next surge. But now, you'll just have to trust me. So Tsukumi is really fine now? We don't have to worry about them anymore. That's right. Hey, high five. Party time, free time. After breakfast, I went back to the roof to think. Our next sleep is on day 20, and the next battle is on the night of day 21. It gives me some downtime before then, but I still have to use it productively. I decided to go back to my room, then take a walk around the school and see what everyone else was doing. Hey, free time! Okay, even the fucking transitions to free times get wordier, huh? You know what that means, chat! Chat, you know what that means! Where the fuck is it? Hey! You know what that means if I can find them. What's my favorite Fangan prologue? What one hooked me the most? Honestly, Project Eden's Garden was probably the strongest one. Especially since it came as a surprise to me to have a tutorial trial. Which is interesting. And I wanted to see if I can include that in my Fangan, but it just doesn't really fit right. But like having that and then having that character haunt the narrative, it seems. I haven't read the leaked script yet. I was planning on making that a stream, but I like that idea of it, but also like once again having everyone have a chance to shine during the trial, because every time we get to the first trial, usually not everyone is there because someone's already dead, but there we got to have everyone be there, you know. Project Eden's Garden is probably my favorite one. And it does a lot of good setting up for what the story was, especially when we look at it in hindsight with where how chapter 1 ended up.
You truly understand.
I did not mean... No, wait. I was right. Fuck. Go back. Go back. I do kind of want to test it out. But at the same time, I don't want to give him the wrong thing and then this takes longer. Oh yeah, I did blindly guess this one, actually. Hey. Let's see.
Sorry, we're leaving.
Oh, okay.
Get dressed.
Okay, hold on.
You said you wanted... we're leaving in 30 minutes. Are you dressed?
Really much? I could just finish this part and then do an outro, and then I should be... Alright, could you grab... Okay, no? Okay, cool. Alright, that was my dad. We're gonna be leaving soon, is what he was telling me. My bad, y'all. I'm not gonna end the stream now. We're gonna do this last Bond event, and then we'll call it a stream. Don't worry, I'll do, like, another... We're 2 hours in, right? I'll do, like, another 2-hour stream either on a Tuesday or on a Wednesday? On a Wednesday. And then, to make up for this. I'll do another 2-hour streams to make up for that. The plan was to get the 3 hours, but I guess that's not happening. So let's just get this one done. Let's get the free time event already. Get the Bond event. What do you mean, game? What do you mean? Okay, well, I guess the Bond event will just have to be for next time. Go to sleep, Takumi. Fuck, it's Ukatoshi's writing. Hiroko said the killer zombie 2 Kumi was fixed now. So where was she gonna leap to on day 20? That's a good question, actually. I don't remember. We must have interacted with these guys at another point. It's not Retsnom. Fuck, what happens on day 20? I don't remember. There's so many timelines I'm keeping track of, alright? I'm sorry that I'm losing track of them. Must be important. I just don't remember. I had other questions for her too, but they could all wait until tomorrow. Right now, all I wanted to do was go to bed. Day 18! Say 8. Give it up for day 18. Good morning, Takumi, and we're gonna have to end the stream here.
Prepare.
Alright, let's just save. Once again, I'm gonna make this up to you guys. Don't worry. I'll do another 2-hour stream to make up for it, either on a Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll update you guys on that. I might change the title of the stream to part 1 then. Shit. Once again, it's like Father's Day, and I do want to, like, you know, spend time with my dad and, you know, have dinner with him. Even though I'm not gonna eat the dinner. Just spend time with him. Because he kind of needs me there emotionally. Nice stream. Thank you. Thank you very much. Even though we have to cut it, like, halfway. I gotta find someone who's doing the 100 line. I'll see if maybe if I have time later I could do a clip from this stream. If not, I'll try to do that one. I'll try to do it later. Let me see if I can also. I'm probably gonna edit it real quick as well. I'm gonna call this one part 1 and then call the other one part 2 when we get to it. All right, give me a minute here. I'm gonna just speed run through this real quick. I'll update the stream schedule tomorrow, but like right now, either this upcoming Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm gonna be streaming again. We're gonna be doing 100 line again, specifically to make up for missing the 2 hours of this stream. All right, I'm gonna make up for it for you guys either on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Next Friday it will be Zenless Zone 0 at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and then of course next Saturday will be Digger Chapter 2, the rest of it, basically. The rest of Chapter 2. We might dip into Chapter 3 a little bit to see if we can get the Monami bonus level, because I'm going to be doing those at the end of stream as well. Especially since we're splitting up the, you know, trials now. And then next Sunday will be more 100 line Last Defense Academy, and it'll be the full stream this time. Once again, my bad. My bad on that. I don't really have much of a choice here. If I had a choice, then... you know, I would have like, you know, adjusted my schedule for it. Like, once again, I would have done my stream in the morning, but like, and I tried to ask them if we were still doing the dinner. They didn't know what they were planning, and they always do this like last minute, which is like kind of annoying, but like, you know, I just gotta manage with it. Anyways. Sorry, I'm also working on the new oh, I already had that one. I'm also working on the new thumbnail in the background here, so if I seem a little scattered, you guys know why now. Let's see, does this guy accept it? Yeah. Okay. So, once again, wanted to mention this as well. Still trying to hit 500 subscribers on YouTube. We've already, you know, hit our Twitch goal, so you don't need to worry about that. Once we hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to host a stream event where we play either Among Us, Goose Goose Duck, or Carnage together. That'll be a poll, and there'll be a community gaming event / stream event / Q&A, and then we'll be using voice chat for that over on the Discord or in the description down below. You guys can, like, you know, sorry, you could find a link to the Discord in the description down below on my channel page. My bad. Sorry, I got a little, like, turned around there. But, yeah. Shoot, I gotta work fast here. Before I end stream here, once again, oh boy, that raid's about to go through without me being able to fix this real quick. Let's see. Do I have enough space to rename this part 1? Because I don't want to come up with a new... I don't want to I'm too lazy to come up with a new one. Part 1, let's call it. Part 1, let's call it. Zero Escape from This Nightmare. Part 1, we'll call it. Alright. So just so you guys know, for next stream, it'll be called Part 2. So yeah, other than that, not much else to really add on to that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. And until then, don't mind me. I'm just some dude on the internet, and I'll see you guys next stream.